Hey, what's up? Back again.
That first bass note hit me in the chest, and I was just like, there's no way that's 2/8.
MB Enclosures has his own YouTube channel, and this guy is an animal when it comes to designing boxes.
Hey, what's up? What is clipping? And what defect can you tell when your subwoofer is being clipped? Ain't this a handsome boy? This boy is handsome. I'm about to run him again. Okay, how best to explain this? Clipping. A subwoofer can be clipped and never bottom out. A clip signal is distortion. The woofer doesn't sound good. It can happen. Clipping can happen at 50 watts. Clipping can happen at 75. Clipping can happen at 5,000, 10,000. Clipping is when the electrical signal inside the voice coil is no longer concentric, I guess you can say, all around the coil. Because listen, your magnet is the permanent motor. It's permanent. Its field is fixed. The oscillations, the forward and backward movements of the cone, happen with the AC circuitry being AC current being directed, alternating current being directed on the voice coil, was causing it, based on what polarity it is, to react against the permanent magnet and move forward and forward and back. Now, if that is happening along the wire in time, in sequence, and concentrically, then your woofer will move this way, to and fro, up and down, up, down. And because of your surround being aligned perfectly with the spiders, being aligned with the basket being centered over the center of the pole piece, it moves without touching, because it's on a pole. It's figuratively like a condom over a phallus, So it moves without touching the phallus or touching the outer motor inside. Now, if that signal is distorted, instead of your movement just being to and fro, believe it or not, your movement is to and fro and slightly to the left and slightly to the right, and that's clipping. You hear as audible scratches in the bass. The bass hit and it just sounds like, man, what was that? That's clipping. You'll no longer have a concentric or a totally around clean power, alternating current, evenly displaced among the entire pole in the gap, so that your movement is just strictly to and fro. Your signal is distorted, so it's to and fro, it's up to the left a little bit, down, back to the right. And you say, well, that's not possible. Your woofer cannot move left or right. Yes, it can. Yes, it can. And that's why they put a lot of materials into the foam surrounds or rubber surrounds, whichever one they use. Some use a good grade of polymer, foam surround. They use a very rigid cone, some use pressed paper, some use non-pressed paper, a dust cap, some use plastic, some use carbon fiber. And all those materials must be accounted for to keep the weight down to whatever the speaker designer geared that subwoofer to do. To move it to and fro linearly. As long as the AC current is clean, you'll go up and back to zero. Away from zero and back to zero linearly. But if the signal is distorted, not even the mechanical can stop you from touching either the pole or the outer diameter, the OD or the ED in the magnetic gap, the inner diameter or the outer diameter can't help you from touching it. It will move. If you take your cone, you can see where you can. Sometimes you can move with your hand and come down. You'll scratch you'll scratch. I wouldn't suggest you do that. There's no use in testing out the theory. But take an old subwoofer and take your hand and pull it, and then push down. You hear a scratching noise. That's clipping, and that's what's happening inside the magnetic field as your woofer is playing. It's no longer concentric. Bottoming out is totally different. Bottoming out means your woofer has reached its mechanical limits. It has reached, there's so much power being applied, it's been shot forward and back so fast, not even the surround and the surround nor the spider can stop it from going past where it should go. And you can bottom it out, and you can also bottom it out is going backwards and hitting the bottom of the pole piece, the bottom plate. You can also bottom out and shoot the gap. So if it shoot straight up over the pole and won't go back down on one side. Either way, that's bottoming out. That's the end of your subwoofer. Just some quick knowledge, man. Peace. Say bye, man. Say bye. Say please. Say what's up. Y'all be so. Wait till you see what I'm finna do with these. I'm finna play with these boys. Got an idea for a box. See if I can make these boys do it 140. What y'all think? Put some respect on my name.